Hello, fans. Me again in the garage, smoking a cigar. Coming to you with some information on the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. So I'm hearing that they are going to put a timer on the screen, essentially a Doomsday clock. See, see what they're doing there? See what they're doing? So it's gonna, it's got multiple meanings, right? I think it's pronounced a polysemy one word that has multiple meanings. I think I pronounced that right. I looked it up. So Doomsday, as in a movie about Doctor Doom, who is coming the day he is coming. The day he's coming to the MCU, and the day when the time, essentially, when it will be Doomsday. Essentially, like Doomsday, as in Apocalypse. Which is funny to say like that because there's a Marvel character called Apocalypse. But as we know from the story of Doomsday and then leading into Secret Wars, there are multiple incursions, which is when two separate realities, the wall breaks down between them, and those two realities collide. When they collide, it's called an incursion. At least in the Marvel world. I'm not sure what actual, what it is in actual physics, etc. I wonder if they call it the same thing, in theory, anyway. But in the Marvel universe, it's incursions. And just think, if you think back to all different timelines we have going on right now, Deadpool, Wolverine, where they end up, the end of the movie, is 10,005. Dimension or timeline, 10,005. Fantastic Four is 828. Multiverse of Madness, the main plot takes place in 838. Our main Marvel timeline right now, that has Thunderbolts or the New Avengers, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Infinity War, Endgame, the Infinity Saga, all that took place in timeline 616. So just like Infinity War, Endgame, the directors put in where you are in the world, in Wakanda, New York City, etc. Right? So believe as they're traveling throughout the multiverse, not only will we have a doomsday clock going 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, 12 hours left, 3 hours, 37 minutes, 27 seconds. But then we'll have, when they arrive in the universe, you are now in Earth 828. You are now in Earth 10,005. I don't think they'll go back to 838. Back to 616. So yeah, it's kind of like the doomsday clock of like our real world. Only it's like more like the nuclear clock. They say we're something like 89 seconds to midnight for our nuclear clock because of the amount of nuclear weapons floating around. Well, the whole planet. Mainly U.S., Russia, a lot of other crazy countries like Pakistan, everything. It's pretty insane. So that's why they have that clock out there, because supposedly any minute there could be a nuclear war, nuclear holocaust, right? So they got that little theoretical clock that, any second we could be at midnight and then boom, right? But for Marvel, it's the doomsday clock, as in Doctor Doom, as in the end of all things, to where the entire multiverse is destroyed, and there's only one planet left, put together by a combination of Doctor Doom and Franklin Richards with his cosmic powers. That's going to add some tension. Like, you don't know where you are in all the multiverse, but no matter what, in 3 days' time or 12 hours' time, 1 hour, the last universe is going to have an incursion with the unknown other universe. Could be 828 or 10,005, the X-Men universe. There's a lot of theories that 616 will battle it out with 10,005 against the X-Men universe, both being manipulated that the enemy is that other universe. And so it's going to be a full-on, almost Avengers versus X-Men. So they're either going to do like maybe a separate movie at some point, X-Men versus Avengers. In the future, maybe post Secret Wars, couple movies down the road. Or it's just going to be a whole Act 2, Act 3 kind of scene in Doomsday of Avengers fighting X-Men. Because if you destroy one of the universes, then your universe will survive, right? So they're going to duke it out, just like in the comic book, in the Secret Wars comic book. Which the visuals for that is quite stunning. It's like a whole armada of different ships and superheroes heading towards the other universe borderline or whatever to stop and kill them. And the other side is doing the same thing. Fight to the death. We need to make sure our universe survives. The cigar's dying. Yeah, that's going to add a little bit of extra tension. Kind of fun. I like it. I'm not against it at all. And I don't think it'll be like annoying. Like the clock's like always there. I think it's going to be like this little bitty thing, right in the corner. Maybe upper corner or something. But maybe at some point, like when they're transitioning between scenes, or they just arrived at 828, which supposedly, according to set leaks, you have Avengers, or the new Avengers, or both, which is like the Thunderbolts, and then Sam Wilson's team, together, teaming up, and they went back with the Fantastic Four to their universe, 828. And so I was going to want to show you are now entering Earth 828. And they have 12 hours left to prevent the inevitable. So, yep. There's a little something I heard recently. Just thought I'd share it with you. A little exciting. Hopefully we can get even more leaks out there. Leaks that we might find reasonably true. We're going to get all kinds of crazy stuff coming out. Do you remember when Infinity War was coming out? They made fake trailers. Fake trailers! There's this whole scene where, like, we assume they're at Wakanda, and, like, Hulk, and everybody, Captain America, Black Panther, I can't remember everybody. That was the gist of it. And plus, some Wakandans running towards something like, charge, get him! That scene didn't even happen. Hulk wasn't even there. Hulk told Banner, no, thank you. I was like, they filmed that specifically to, like, make us go crazy. Some ways you want to be like, oh, why would they do that? Oh, man. But it's kind of fun that they would just, like, joke with us like that. I love it. I don't know. I don't care if it didn't happen in a movie. At least we can go back to YouTube and rewatch and go, that's cool. That would have been cool if they did that. But anywho. So we just got to keep an eye out for the crazy leaks. Like, leaked as in they're just playing with us. Or actual leaks like, this is what we're doing with the movie. Hope you enjoy it. Anywho, thanks for joining me. And don't forget to click like. Smash that like button. Or even a gentle tapping. And subscribe, guys. And I'll be back again. Back in my garage, or maybe where it's warmer. Inside at some point, as we head towards winter. Thank you for everybody joining me, and have a great night.